So guys, today we'll try to understand the index function, which is very important in terms of when we are trying to find out values by doing some permutation combinations. Usually, index returns the content of the cell specified by the row and column. So you have to specify the row and column from which you want to get the data. Yeah. So suppose I have a list of guest name with the dietary restrictions. So I have this data and I want to get uh, some data which is in which is uh, in the second row and first column. Suppose I want to get the name as Bob. So what I'll do is my formula for index is equal to index. Yeah. Then I have to specify the reference. So that is my range. So this is my range from where I want to search for a particular row and column. Then I'll specify the row. So suppose I want the data from second row and first column. So this is my first column and this will be the second row. So the intersection of the first column and second row is Bob. So ideally it has given me Bob. Yeah. Now suppose from the same table, if I want to get the table number, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll say 4, 4. So I'm talking or I'm searching for fourth row, that is Nancy's fourth row, and the fourth column, which is table number. So the intersection of 4 by 4 is this one, this number. Yeah? Suppose I want to get David. Yeah. So David is first column and third row. Yeah. So I'll say for third row, so I have to specify rows first and the first column. So this is how I get the data. Yeah. So you need to be very careful when you are providing any kind of data input which is required. Yeah. To get a particular information. Yes. Now suppose I write index. Let me just modify that formula. David, and I put in the rows or columns I specify as 0. Yeah. You see, it gives me the entire row. Same way, if I put column as 1 and row as 0, that means I do not have to search for any rows. It will give me the entire column. Yeah, so it gave me the entire column, first row. If I specify as second row, it will give me the second column. Yeah, so second column. Or if I say second row and I say 0, it will give me the second row. Yeah. So pretty easy to understand what index is. Yeah. Now, usually what you need to remember is index gets you the row and column intersection which is required. Yeah. Now, suppose I want to find Mary's dietary restrictions. Yes. Well, usually what I do is I have a VLOOKUP formula, which we have seen earlier. So VLOOKUP Mary, I specify the range and I'll say 2, which is the dietary restrictions, second column, and I'll say false. VLOOKUP Mary. Okay, I have specified the wrong range. So I have to specify here. Yeah, second column. And here she is vegetarian. Yeah. But again, this is hard coded. Yeah. This is hard coded if you want to make the row dynamic. Yeah. So wherever wherever the name of Mary moves, you want to move it accordingly. So I will use index. So what index does is, again, I'll specify the range. So this is the range. Yeah. And I'll say enter. Just scroll down, comma 0, comma 2. Yes. So it is looking for row 0, column 2. No, it's column 2. Yes. Wherever in I'll match, index match. So as I've earlier told you that we'll also see how index match works together. Yes. And we have this range. So I'll say index, my data is from G2 to J26. And I'm matching Mary in the column. If you remember the match formula that we did earlier, specify G22 to J26. Mary, match Mary. Do you have Mary? Yes. And G21 to G21. Let me see. D6. Okay, I have to match it not in the entire thing. I have to match it only in G column. Right? Okay. So this is how you can have an moving parameter. Like here, index, the row we have moved. So wherever it finds Mary, it will give me a number. So what this particular formula does is match is equal to, it will give me the sixth row. Yes. Again, over here, sixth row. Yeah. Suppose I move Mary a bit upward. So I put Mary here and I move Nancy here. Yeah. Still, it will give me the same results. Yeah. So you do not have to worry about where Mary moves. So this is how we use dynamic numbering for, so same way we can have dynamic numbering for columns as well. Yes. Yeah. Since we have earlier added 2 in the above formula, so I can use index and match in combination. So this way, I just select the data that is to be indexed. Then I have to search for Mary, which is in column G1 to G26. Yes. So here is my rows where I have to search Mary. And then I have to search dietary restriction, which is in which column. So I do not have to be dependent on which column dietary restriction is in. So I'll select. So I'll select over here. I'm trying to match where is my dietary restriction available. So it is available in this row. I need to find out in which section it is available. So I'm trying to find out G1 to the, okay, I need to have, here is G1 to G26, where the column is. So let me check whether we have done, we have not selected the index yet. I have to select this entire index and I'll say enter. So it is validated. So this is how you can keep on varying your parameters as per your needs. Yeah. So I would always suggest your people use your ideas to get things done by using various parameters. So I'll show you what I do as a salesperson. Suppose I want to keep this Mary as variable. So I'll remove it. I'll select one of the cell down to select my, suppose I keep it here. Yeah. And for dietary restriction, I'll select another cell which is here. Okay, let me put it properly for you. Remove here. I'll take G31, which I want to have the value inputted, and for dietary restrictions, I will have H31. Yeah. Now what has happened? Nothing has happened. So what I'll do is I'll put a data validation here. Yes. I'll say add rule. How I use it for, that's what I'm showing you. I'll say for over here, I need a drop down from a range of names, guest names. Yeah. I'll say okay. And I'll say done. And for S31, I will require another rule, which is a data validation, which you have learned earlier. You can go and check my previous videos. And you can have this as your S31 input. So I'll say this, select the range, what I want to have a guest name or table number, whatever it may be. I'll say okay. Yeah, I'll say done. Now, just by changing the sequence here, so I'll say Nancy, and I'll have dietary restriction. So you'll say none. So now, Nancy, this is how it becomes very dynamic. Yeah, I say select Bob, and I suppose I want the table name. So it is 5. Bob, the table name is 5. So this is how you can make your output dynamic and use it in various data analysis for doing all what if analysis. Yeah. Hope you'll use this formula towards various inputs or data analysis.